Hello again. This is Jeff. Catching my ear today is a funny piece of music by, I'm happy to say, another composer that was totally unknown to me even 24 hours ago. The composer's name is Jere Hutcheson. He was born in 1938 in Marietta, Georgia. And I read that he just retired. Well, not just, but he retired in 2015 from the Michigan State University College of Music after teaching there for 50 years, which is a pretty amazing tenure. But what a joy. It sounds like he was a very good teacher there. The piece we're going to hear is from a collection of his, well, there are three collections that he calls caricatures, little pieces of music that are sort of character poems about famous people. And this makes me want to talk about why I describe it as funny, because oddly, classical music can be funny. This is something that surprises many people. I've known people to whom I say, "Oh, I find this piece very funny," and they give me a bit of attitude like, "What do you mean this is funny? This is classical music. This is serious art." And I think people need to loosen up, just like painters will often include funny little jokes in their paintings if you know where to look for them. Writers will include fun little jokes in their writing, even if they're a bit obscure. Musicians, even the most serious ones, will often include humor or little jokes, hidden little things that we would call Easter eggs these days. Even someone like Brahms is not above doing this. And it enhances your experience and appreciation of music to be able, excuse me for dropping my notes, to recognize and respond to humor in a piece of music. Now, rather like good satire, funny music is not typically bad sounding music. Like good satire, it has to be nicely written, it has to be well constructed, it has to have a sort of internal logic to it, even if that logic is mildly or wholly absurd. There has to be this idea that it's a real piece of music that is done with conviction, usually performed with conviction, like telling a good joke has to be done. And yet the thought that is behind it comes from a source of humor, and it's trying to express something along those lines. And that's what we hear in this. This is, as I said, from a collection he wrote in 1996, this first collection of caricatures. This one is just named after Camille Saint-Saëns. And what you will hear in this is that he makes many quotations from Saint-Saëns' Carnival of the Animals, particularly, which was itself a piece with a lighthearted, if not humorous intent, generally speaking. It was largely musical satire for the time. And I think another funny thing about it is that Saint-Saëns would be surprised to learn that this has become one of his enduring pieces of music. But anyway, there are many little quotations from the Carnival of the Animals used as musical material in this character portrait of Saint-Saëns. And yet, note too that the piece is nicely written, it is beautifully composed, it is effectively orchestrated as originally written here for a wind symphony. It is a good piece of music, but it's also funny. And I think you should enjoy it that way while you listen, maybe analytically if you feel like it, but also go ahead and laugh. Charles Ives would be happy to hear you laughing. So, once again, this is music by Jere Hutcheson from his 1996 collection of caricatures. This is called Camille Saint-Saëns. Let's listen.